Let's get you caught up on the forecast as we take a live look right now at Helen, Georgia. So rain for us here in the metro today, but that's really not the big story and not really what the conversation's about. So meteorologist Jonathan Stacy is joining us now. Oh my gosh, y'all been so busy, Jonathan.
Oh, and it's just beginning.
Right.
I will say one of the things about this storm that we may appreciate in hindsight is how much lead time we had. We started talking about the storm as early as Sunday night, and we have obviously been making preparations ever since then. Basically, we're going to have to see how this thing all pans out, but we have had plenty of time. Therefore, our government officials, our agencies across the area have had an appropriate amount of time to prepare. This storm did not sneak up on us by any degree. At this point, we're just waiting to see how this is going to really kind of all pan out. So in advance of that, there is a winter storm watch that is in effect for all counties that are mainly to the north of the Atlanta metro area. We're talking about from the northwestern corner of the state, Dade County, going all the way to our northeasternmost corner. That includes Rabun County. And these watches drift as far south as Oconee and Clark counties as you look out to the east. So that said, our main issue of the morning is not winter weather, but it is wet weather. An umbrella is of a necessity over the next 24 to 48 hours because it's all a wet weather system. Although it's chilly outside, temperatures are nowhere near freezing. Let's zoom out here. You can see here a cold front is driving through the area, and what that will do, it will lay the stage for a reinforcing shot of cold air to be in place by the time our winter weather system arrives. So while these two systems are different in the precip, basically they're playing off each other. This is opening the door for even colder air to move in on the backs of high pressure. So let's play a game of Where is Waldo? So which L is going to be our problem L? Not the one over in San Francisco, not the one near the bay, but the one that is hanging out on either side of the New Mexico-Colorado state line. You see that area of low pressure there. It has no moisture associated with it right now. It looks like it's just this little thing that basically is kind of lost out just to the east of the four corners there. But it's going to feed off of some Pacific moisture and some Gulf moisture over the next 48-hour period. And let's watch it here. It gathers its strength and it comes plowing across the south. And as it does that, it's going to tap into that cold air. By the time you rise on Saturday morning, I want to be very clear with this here. Saturday morning at this point is now not a major problem. I think I got some double negatives in there. I don't want you to be concerned about Saturday morning in the way we were just 24 hours ago. Now, obviously the timeline will change, but I'm just going to give you real-time information and we'll keep on updating it. So if I want you to be concerned about Saturday morning again, just listen to me. And if I say that later, you can be concerned about Saturday morning. The here and now, there were a lot of people who had plans, maybe travel plans, folks maybe with some funerals, weddings and things like that. Like, should we call off things altogether? I don't want anything major to be totally axed out Saturday morning because I think it's going to be a watch and wait system. By the time we get into the PM period, okay, that's when you need to really take the weather seriously and be ready to shelter in place. Because the model is holding that warm front, which is going to make the difference in all of this, is going to stay down to our south. And that cold air that will be lodged up against the Appalachian Mountains is going to basically say, we can't get over the mountains, so what we're going to have to do is drift down across North Georgia. It's going to ride on through the day, Saturday evening, into Sunday overnight, and then there will be splotches of a wintry mix as we go throughout the day on Sunday. That said, by Monday morning, I hope we can put all this in our rearview mirror. It looked like for a while that we would end it with some snow, but I think it will be ended with some rain. At this point, this is more of a high-end expectation of an inch of ice here in Atlanta going up to Canton, with a brunt and the focus of this being between 400 and 985, going up 85, going out east, Athens, Covington, all in the mix there. There are other models that are just basically saying it's a northeastern quadrant of the state that will face the greatest impacts. Let's show this here for S's and giggles, if you will. This is for snowfall. Let's run the clock. You don't see any snowfall. Let's run the clock. No snowfall. So snow was not a part of the conversation. That was something that people kept asking me yesterday on IG, when is the snow coming? It's not snow. So the snow won't come.
Okay.
And if it does come, we'll have to discuss why it didn't happen. We'll do an autopsy of it all. Before we leave you here, Elise, I want to show you two scenarios here. This is a scenario for wintry mix, but of an isolated to scattered variety. That area of low pressure, it refuses to hug the Gulf Coast, and it moves far to the north. As it moves to the north, it brings in warm air with it. That warm air even reaches into the Tennessee Valley, and basically it's going to be a fight between the Alabama-Georgia state line to see if the cold air is going to win out or the warm air is going to win out. This shows that the warm air could probably take the win. A more wintry scenario will be if that low hugs the Gulf Coast. We're talking about the state line of Florida and Alabama, for that matter, and it has more of a southern trek that gives that cold air plenty of room to take over, lay hold, and therefore when the moisture meets it, it will be below freezing in most cases, and therefore you will have that great threat for ice. So at this point, I'm setting my focus for the greatest impacts across northeast Georgia, Gainesville, and everywhere to the north, even going out east towards Athens. In terms of northwest Georgia, you're not in the clear by any measure or any means. The same for the metro area, but it's going to be a knife edge call based on the data that we see at this time. The best place to be is on the south side or even down into central Georgia, because it will likely be more chilly rain than actual freezing rain when it comes down to the system. Nonetheless, it is about to be kind of tumultuous next 72-hour period. By the time we wake up Monday morning, temperatures are going to be below freezing for the entirety of the day. That said, even if you get wet weather and you don't have freezing rain Saturday and Sunday, there is a threat for black ice area-wide. So I do not want to rule out schools closing, even on the south side, as we wake up on Monday morning.
Wow.
That was a lot.
Yeah, so that's a lot to unpack, and you're right. We did have a lot of questions about what's happening. You guys have been doing such a good job of keeping us up to date on this, right?
Yeah.
Like this has been something else. So the big takeaways here: you don't need to be shopping for a sled. You don't need to be shopping for anything like that. But it's going to be cold. We could lose power, so you're probably going to get those. Your flashlight. You need your batteries. You need to have the essentials.
You want all that, and really what you want to think about is, okay, if I can't leave home and my power's out. So what happens, because oftentimes we think, okay, let me run to the gas station or let me run here and get something at the last minute. So you want to act like you're kind of stuck.
Okay.
And prepare to be stuck in your car, because sometimes things can happen that we least expect, but also most importantly, be prepared to be stuck at home for a period of time. What will that mean for you, your kids, your neighbors, anyone else who you're concerned about?
Okay, that also means that store shelves are taking a hit.
I was looking for generators on Amazon yesterday. I think I will have the blessing of being here at the station where we have a big generator.
Right. Oh, you're set here.
I'm locked in.
You're locked in.
But no, Amazon is not delivering any generators to Metro Atlanta within the next 7 days.
Okay.